May I please the court? Okay, my name is Jashwindra and I am here as a senior appellate counsel replacing my client Mr. Billy as a plaintiff.
May I please the court? My name is Yogamala Padmanathan and I'm here as a senior appellate counsel representing my client Miss Billy as a plaintiff.
May I please the court? My name is Nur Safia binti Latif and I am here as a senior respondent counsel, and today I am representing my client Miss Lily as a defendant.
May I please the court? My name is Nazarifa binti Zainal and I am here as a senior respondent counsel, and today I am representing my client Miss Lily as a defendant.
This case is about an offer between Mr. Billy, the plaintiff, and Miss Lily, the defendant. The defendant offered to sell her car to the plaintiff, and the plaintiff agreed to the offer on the condition that the defendant repaint the car, but the defendant disagreed. Plaintiff later said that he is ready to accept the offer without any condition. The defendant said that she was no longer willing to sell her car to the plaintiff.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, whether there is a valid contract between plaintiff and defendant because the defendant made the offer to sell the car to plaintiff and he accepts the offer. According to the law by a definition, a law proposal offer is a promise to do something or promise to not to do something made by a offerer.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, first of all, whether the contract between Miss Lily and Mr. Billy is valid, void, or voidable, because Mr. Billy asked Miss Lily to repaint the car for his acceptance condition, and she refused to even though the plaintiff was willing to accept the offer without any condition. As it's stated by law, a counter-offer indicates that the first offer was rejected and a new one was made in its place. The counter-offer gives the original offer three options: accept it, reject it, or make another offer.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, referring to case Carlyle v. Carbolic Smoke Ball Company. In this situation, Lily offered a car to Billy because she made an offer to sell the car to Mr. Billy. It is considered as an offer that made by Miss Lily and Mr. Billy to accept it.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, relating to the case Hyde versus French, to our case, Miss Lily refused the counter-offer by Mr. Billy to repaint the car. The court should held that there was no contract, where a contract offered by Mr. Billy is made, this destroy the original offer so that this is no longer open to Miss Lily to accept.
Your Honor, I wish to rebut the points that were made by plaintiff where he mentioned that the defendant made the offer to sell a car to plaintiff and he accepts the offer after the disagreement. However, plaintiff made a counter offer, meaning the original offer from defendant had been destroyed and replaced with another one, and relating to the case, he rejected the counter offer which was made Billy, that is to repaint the car. The counter offer gives the original offer three options: accepts the counter offer, reject it, or make another offer. And Billy rejected the original offer of Lily and he replied with repaint the car.
Your Honor, I wish to rebut the points that were made by defendant about the reversal of acceptance towards defendant. The evidence clearly showed that the plaintiff accepted the offer from defendant. According related to our case based on Section 2A of the Contract Act 1950, Miss Lily was signified to Billy to offer sell a car. It can consider as an offer.
Your Honor, member of the jury, For the conclusion, the contract between Miss Lily and Mr. Billy is void and invalid since Mr. Billy asked that Miss Lily repaint the car, but Mr. Billy is not to make an acceptance. Instead, he made a counteroffer. This due to Miss Lily offered to sell Mr. Billy the car. However, Mr. Billy does not accept the offer. Instead, he made a counteroffer in relation to the case Miss Lily declined Billy's counteroffer to repaint the car. According to Section 7b, the acceptance was not absolute as it should be in usual and reasonable manner as prescribed by Miss Lily. Mr. Billy set conditions like repaint the car before accepting the offer. Thus, there was no acceptance of the proposal. In this case, Miss Lily rejected Billy's offer to repaint the car. Based on the judgment of Hyde versus French case, the contract should be held. There was no contract. Where a counteroffer by Mr. Billy is made, this destroyed the original offer, so there is no longer open to Miss Lily to accept. Therefore, Mr. Billy can sue Miss Lily or claim compensation because when the offer is terminated, it cannot be accepted anymore.
Your Honor, member of jury, for the conclusion, the contract between Lily and Billy is valid. In this instance, since Miss Lily made an offer to Billy. This is due to Lily's offer to sell Billy a vehicle. In our case, Lily offered to sell her car to Billy. Miss Billy agreed to offer on the condition that Miss Lily repaint the car. Based on the Section 2A of the Contract Act 1950, Lily indicated to Billy that she intended to sell her car. In this situation, Lily offered Billy a vehicle since she made an offer to sell the car to Billy. It is seen as an offer made by Lily based on the decision in case Carlin v. Carbolic Smokeball Company Ltd. The court should be considered the contract is valid because Lily already proved to Billy that she is willing to offer a car. Based on the Section 66, when the contract between Lily and Billy is become void, Billy can claim compensation from Miss Lily.